Hi students. So in this video I am going to explain the continuation parts of the alimentary canal, stomach and small intestine. Okay. Stomach, small intestine. Okay. Right. So once again here I draw the diagram of in previous videos we know about that pharynx and esophagus. So it is the diagram of small intestine. Okay. Large intestine. Right. It is the longest part of the alimentary canal. So which is the longest part of the alimentary canal means that is small intestine. Okay. Right. So today I am going to explain only two parts of the alimentary canal. One is stomach and a small intestine. So this part is stomach. Okay. And above stomach we know esophagus, like, okay, right, it is esophagus, and esophagus opens into the stomach. Okay, now esophagus opens into the stomach, and here we know that name of the opening, gastroesophageal opening or cardiac sphincter. Okay, now so that opening is guarded by a sphincter that is known as cardiac sphincter or gastroesophageal sphincter. Okay, now so it regulates the opening between stomach and esophagus. So when we look at about that stomach, so where it is present, so stomach is situated upper left portion of the abdomen. Okay, now where it is situated, stomach is present upper left portion of the abdomen, and when we look at the shape of the stomach, like J shaped, like this type. Okay, now which shape? J shaped, and the stomach is muscular and a distensible bag-like structure. Okay, now looks like a bag-like or sac-like structure. Muscular, sac-like, and distensible part, and shape of the stomach like a J shape, like this type. Okay, J shape. Clear? And where it is present, it is situated upper left portion of the abdomen. Right. So the stomach part is divisible into mainly three parts. So when we look at the part of the stomach here, cardiac, fundus, pylorus. Cardiac stomach. Okay, now our cardiac region, cardiac stomach, fundus region, and pyloric stomach or pyloric region. So it is the first part of the stomach, second part, third part, and the first part of the stomach, cardiac stomach, which is towards to the heart. So we can call it as cardiac stomach. It means esophagus opens into the stomach, we know, but particularly which part of the stomach? This esophagus opens into the first part of the stomach, like here in this region known as cardiac stomach. Okay, now cardiac stomach. Clear? Cardiac stomach. So second part of the stomach, fundus. Okay, now second part of the stomach, which is called it as fundus, and third last part of the stomach is known as pyloric stomach. So here when we look at the function of the stomach, here food is temporarily stored. Here the digestion of the food particles, okay, digestion of the food occur in this stomach. So food is temporarily stored, and it act as a mixing chamber. Okay, now it act as a mixing chamber. So food is temporarily stored. Okay, now food is temporarily stored in this stomach. So when our stomach is empty, mucous walls of the stomach lies number of irregular ridges known as rug, or we can call it as wrinkled. Okay, so these are the three parts of the stomach: cardiac, first part, then next fundus, pyloric stomach. Then next here, pyloric stomach, basically stomach opens into the small intestine. So particularly which part of the stomach leads into the small intestine means that is the pyloric stomach. So this pyloric stomach opens into the small intestine by a opening known as here pyloric opening. And this pyloric opening guarded by a sphincter known as pyloric sphincter, which is made up of smooth muscles. Okay, now which is made up of smooth muscles. Clear? Right. Here also one opening between esophagus and cardiac stomach known as gastroesophageal opening, or cardiac opening, or cardiac sphincter. Here also one opening between two parts, that is the pyloric region and small intestine. And particularly small intestine also divisible into how many regions? 3 regions. Okay now here also one opening between pyloric stomach and a small intestine. It is the part of the small intestine. So that opening is guarded by a sphincter known as pyloric sphincter, which is made up of which type of muscles? Smooth muscles. Clear? Then next, small intestine. Stomach leads into the small intestine. So this black color diagram, long tube, is known as small intestine. Which is the longest part of the alimentary canal means that is small intestine. Remember, small intestine. And the small intestine divisible into 3 regions. So what are the 3 parts? Duodenum, jejunum, then next ileum. Okay now. So these are the 3 parts of the small intestine. So duodenum, it is the first part of the small intestine. It is duodenum. Clear? Then next, this duodenum leads into the coiled tube, which is known as jejunum. Okay now. And this jejunum opens into the highly coiled part is known as ileum. Okay now. Remember the parts of the small intestine. the part which is present immediate below the pyloric stomach, that is known as duodenum, and this duodenum is which shape? C shape. Okay, now look at this diagram. This duodenum is C shape. Okay, and this duodenum, during mechanism of digestion, this duodenum receives the chyme from that stomach. Function of the duodenum. This duodenum receives the chyme from that stomach region, as well as the digestive secretions or the digestive enzymes from the liver as well as the pancreas. We know here presence of the pancreas, okay, now, and here like liver. Clear? Like this type. Remember the functions of the duodenum. Duodenum, which is C-shaped, and it receives the chyme from the stomach, as well as they receive the digestive secretions from the pancreas as well as the liver. Pancreas and liver. Through hepatopancreatic duct. Through hepatopancreatic duct. Clear? And this duodenum opens into the which part of the small intestine? Jejunum. Okay, now jejunum. Here the chemical digestion is occur. In this part, chemical digestion is occur, and most of the nutrients are, okay, now most of the nutrients are absorbed in which part of the small intestine? Means that is jejunum. Very, very important point. Here the chemical digestion of the food occur in jejunum. Then next, most of the nutrients are absorbed in that jejunum. Here chemical digestion is occur as well as the absorption of the nutrients. And this jejunum is opens into the highly coiled, okay, now highly coiled ileum. Highly coiled ileum. So which is the longest part of the small intestine? Means that is ileum. Okay, now which is the longest part of the alimentary canal? Means that is small intestine. And again, which is the longest part of the small intestine? Means that is ileum. Clear? Right. You have to observe the diagram. This ileum, which is highly coiled, okay, now opens into the which part? This part, and name of the part is large intestine. Large intestine. Clear? Right. So here also one opening. Okay, now here also opening, and that opening is guarded by a sphincter. Okay, now, and that sphincter prevents the backflow of facial material from that large intestine to small intestine. Clear? Last part of the small intestine, that is known as ileum, and the ileum opens into the large intestine by a opening, and that name of the opening ileocecal opening. Okay, now ileocecal opening, which is guarded by a sphincter, and this sphincter prevents the backflow of facial material from large intestine to small intestine. Clear? About stomach and small intestine. Here most of the food material is digested in small intestine. Total food material is completely digested in small intestine. Clear? So in next, the small intestine opens into the large intestine. Clear? So large intestine, that is in next video. Okay. Thank you, students.